Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be drawing a new YouTube banner. I felt like it was time just to make something a bit more custom to the channel instead of what I had before this one, which was basically just like, you know, a piece of generic art that I had done that I threw my name over. So I kind of want to do something more specific to the channel and more closer to the aesthetic I think I'm starting to go for the channel as well. So that's what I'll be drawing today is, yeah, like I said, just a new YouTube banner, so hopefully you enjoy that. I also want to take the time in this video just to say thank you for the reception my last video got, the, you know, I'm making a comic video and you can too video. At the start of that video, I thanked you guys for getting us close to 100 subscribers, but now we're at well over 600, which is kind of crazy, and it's, you know, a little bit jarring for me. My artwork has never gotten this much attention ever, at least in my artistic journey, so it's cool to see you guys enjoying what I make, and I hope I can continue to make stuff that you guys enjoy. But yeah, without getting too mushy here, just thank you, and we'll get into this video. I don't know if I'm going to do voiceover the whole time here. Just going to kind of let it run and voice over as much as I feel like, and you know, what feels right, I guess. But the characters in this illustration are Zemo, the wizard on the right there, with Daisy the squirrel on his hat. Daisy is like Zemo's familiar, and then Crystal, who is this elven girl that goes and seeks Zemo out in the comic. And I'll leave a link to the comic down below as well, so you can check that out if you so desire. But yeah, just kind of inking here, doing my thing, using brush pen. Brush pen's something that I definitely prefer. I do draw with other pens sometimes, but I would say brush pen is my go-to in making like an illustration or making a comic book. Other pens I use more primarily just like for fun these days, or you know, just experimenting and trying new things. I'll use other pens in the illustration process too, but they're more for like details. Like I'll use fountain pens sometimes, or like felt tip pens like a micron or something like that too occasionally. But kind of left this illustration fairly simple. Like I said, it is for a YouTube banner, so I didn't want to go like really detailed when it's just going to be like this thin strip at the top of the channel, and these characters are most likely going to be cropped anyway by YouTube. So just want to do something simple, something kind of fun. The idea for this illustration is kind of just Zemo and Crystal hiking up a hill. I love drawing grass, if you haven't noticed in my on my channel so far. I also love drawing like wind and things blowing in the wind, so that's why, you know, the grass is always kind of wind swept. You know, in this illustration, like the cloak is billowing, their hair is blowing in the wind. There's like little grass or pieces of grass flying through the air. Like I love all that stuff. I just think it has a very like cool in motion kind of vibe. I don't like my artwork to feel very stagnant. I always kind of like have something going on. I don't like the, you know, character just standing there kind of a thing, which I did a lot when I first started drawing, but kind of did my best, or have done my best, to get away from that. I think it's more interesting to kind of tell a little story. At the very least in this one, maybe you kind of wonder what they're talking about, or you know, get some sort of vibe of their relationship, that kind of a thing. But now we're into color. I don't know if I'm going to record the color in this way ever again. The color footage here that you're watching does get corrupted later on in the video, so there might be a weird cut somewhere. Hopefully I'll be able to kind of seamlessly move it through, but you won't really miss much. It's kind of towards the end. But yeah, here we are, we're coloring in, and I'll probably hop off here in a little bit, but just kind of wanted to talk about the color process very briefly. As you can see, I laid down this kind of gray layer over each layer of the picture. So foreground, which is like the grass in this case, the characters and the background are all separate layers of gray, and then I make a clipping mask above those, fill the colors in with flats, and then do a multiply layer to put shadows in, and a very selective color dodge layer. I typically only color dodge on things that are reflective or are in like explicit sunlight or light of some kind. I kind of just leave the highlights off of pretty much everything else. I try and be fairly selective with that, just because if you have too many highlights, it can make things look kind of plastic sometimes, or just too busy, because a human's eye will naturally go to the brightest part of the image. So you kind of want to be selective with that, kind of pick the places that are compositionally most important, and do it that way. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say here, so I'm gonna let this ride out for the rest of the video. But yeah, just thank you guys for the reception to the comic, like I said, and the channel in general. I hope I continue to make stuff that you guys enjoy. As always, if there's any artistic topics you want to see me cover or any tips you want me to give, leave those down in the comments below. I definitely got some from the last video that I'm going to be working on. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging, and I'll see you when I see you. Enjoy the rest of the time lapse.